Welcome Capricorns and Capricorn risings. We are together for the week of July 6th. This week, it's as if your home, family, relationships, finances, and work order are all starting to speak at once. But this isn't just a superficial conversation. You know, that time when you appear very strong from the outside and everyone thinks you're resilient and says, they'll handle it. But deep inside, a voice rises saying, I'm tired. It's a week like that. Everyone might have a request from you. They think you'll handle it anyway, you'll do it anyway, you'll overcome it. They might say if you do it, you'll get it done. But at some point, your body says, okay, you're doing these. Your mind and body are saying, but you're tired, you need to see this too. Now, an elder in the family might have a need. It could be moving, renovations, changing houses, organizing things at home, a conversation to have with family, or an issue from the past might come up again. You might say, fine, I'll handle this, but this time the issue might not just be about handling it. Life might make you question why you always carry this burden alone. Yes, fine, you can handle it. That's perfectly okay. But why are you always the one doing it? Why aren't there people to help you? Why is something always expected of you? It will want you to engage in such questioning. A family dynamic you've been used to for years might have expected you to stay moody, and realizing this will actually upset you a bit. Because you want to be understood now. You want to move away from the effort of constantly proving yourself by doing things. A serious decision regarding the house might also come to the agenda. Buying, selling, renting, or moving a house. Talking about something that needs to be discussed under the same roof with changing the home layout, or internally feeling that you instead his own foundation. A feeling like I want to build a different foundation for myself may rise. Home actually represents where you feel safe or not. That is why it is extra important for you. You want to be safe. We all want that, but for you, the issue of security is a bit more significant. Meanwhile, relationships are also on the agenda from an important angle. Are you really getting tired emotionally? Or are you just the side that takes responsibility, tidies up, and tries to set things right? You might not want to understand the attitude of the other party as well. You might want to see where they are in the relationship and how much responsibility they take. At the point where you are tensionally, emotionally exhausted, what do you want to do about it? These thoughts might swirl around in your mind a bit. When you are hurt, you don't show it immediately and you don't fall apart. First, you pull yourself together, think, and if necessary, put some distance. But of course, your heart doesn't work that mechanically. Someone's indifference, insensitivity, something they did in the past, all the responsibilities they burdened you with might deep down feel heavy for you now. If you are in a relationship, well, you may have an important conversation this week. It could be a talk about marriage, the future, family, life together, responsibilities, household order, money, or something left unfinished in the past. This conversation might start off as emotional. It could even be a little tense. But if it's handled in the right way, it will help put the relationship on a much firmer foundation. I want to state this clearly, because this week, it is just as possible to fix things as it is to break them. Just don't hide what you are feeling. If both you and the person across from you, your spouse or a partner, don't hide your feelings and are open about them, it could be good for strengthening the relationship. Also, with the people you meet, maybe those you met a bit ago, or perhaps new ones you will meet. You might notice that you're always drawn to the same types of people. I mean, there is some excitement or passion regarding love, but it actually brings you an underlying awareness. Why are you always drawn to the same type of person? What is missing and what void are you trying to fill with these people? There is such an awareness and enlightenment regarding these things. Regarding children, if you want to have children, dear Capricorns, you may feel a deeper desire in your heart this week. If you have a child, you might also focus a bit more on matters concerning them. There might be situations like talking more, taking more responsibility, being in more communication, or making extra effort regarding their life. Now, you want to make time for yourself, but on the other hand, you might be feeling a sort of guilty conscience even when you are resting, thinking about the work that needed to be done. You want to love and have fun, but there are things that need to be done. For example, you've gone out, you're having fun, you're spending money, but you're thinking, if I hadn't spent that money, I could have done this instead. There is a constant guilt inside you. You need to stay away from that inner voice that prevents you from living in the moment, constantly worrying about what if I hadn't done this, or what if that happened, or if you've gone out, you should have fun. If you spent the money is already gone. Trying to rest while thinking about work isn't really resting at all. I mean, the work gets neglected and you don't get to rest either. Your mind is constantly working on this because you shouldn't do this to yourself. On the financial side, there's a very deep progression. Your own earnings, income, the rewards for your labor, your self-confidence, what you own, and your sense of financial security may gain much more importance this week. Suddenly, there is shared money. There are loans, debts, or your spouse's money. Or, for example, you have a partner. There is your partner's money. There might be support coming your way here. Support that could make a payment easier. Feeling like you are approaching a solution regarding money, but at the same time, you are in the midst of a deep transformation regarding your own earnings and self-worth. There is support on one side, but there is also a transformation happening with you. So this week, money-related topics might lead you really question what you value. It's not just about earning money, but under what conditions you earn it. Whether you're getting your efforts worth and whether you're undervaluing yourself in a job or relationship, these things become much more visible. For some of you, it might be about establishing a strong earning system, actually in terms of taking action with this awareness. You can now check off in your head that you deserve more by a move. Yes, I put in so much effort, I struggle so much. You might also start feeling deep inside that you dedicate so much time and you truly deserve much more. I see. Now, the topic of money might become a bit sensitive within the family, but handling it in a more realistic, mature, and solution-oriented way will increase your chances. I mean, you aren't one to act idealistically when it comes to money, but there's calculation involved. There is also security in this. How do we proceed with a solution-oriented approach? I'm trying to say that if you move forward on the side of how can we solve these, things will progress more smoothly for you, your luck will improve, and you'll be able to resolve the issue much more easily. I mentioned there's good support for joint finances as well. I mean, it could be a spouse's money or a boss money, but you also need to be careful about power struggles. You want to assume, I mean, things like my money, your money, I did this, you did that, and so on. It's necessary to stay away from those. If you can balance these, then there's no problem at all. Your mind has been working very hard for a very long time now. One moment it's your family, then it's your relationship, then money, then work. Your body might start telling you to slow down a little. I especially recommend that you pay attention to issues related to your nervous system, shoulders, hands, arms, breathing, and intestines, or stress-related matters. Rapid developments also await you in your business life. There might be an interview, an offer might come, or you might receive some news. You might need to take a short trip. Correspondence, meetings, especially if you work in fields like communication, sales, education, social media, writing, consulting, or trade. It could be a very busy week for you in these areas. I would like to mention this as well. So this week is a week where you realize that being strong doesn't mean you have to carry everything. There is already a general situation like this regarding you, but I know it's hard for you to voice it, to tell the person across from you at points where you need to say, I have needs to, but being able to do so is what will relieve you. I also want to say that. Thank you for listening to me. It would make me very happy if you like the video, subscribe, and comment. See you in the next video. Goodbye.